It's a good ass day. I'm up in a good ass.
Hey guys, hope you had an awesome Easter holiday. So now it's back at it again with the schoolwork, finishing the semester or school term, school year, whatever it is you're finishing. It's time to get back at it. And now that we're back, I'm back too with the videos. Okay, so before I get into the whole rambling about whatever the topic is of today, let me start by giving a special shout out to my bro. Goes by the name of Caleb. He's the one who inspired this video. I got the idea from him. Thank you for submitting an idea, bro. And you can check him out on Instagram under the name of epic_123. And so today's topic is on boredom. And I think it's very essential that we define the term boredom in order to really know what we're dealing with and the seriousness of this epidemic. And so, according to Urban Dictionary, boredom refers to a severe disease infecting millions of people all over the world in which they constantly exhibit certain behaviors like lack of movement, construction of various pointless structures, doodling, talking about pointless things, and making definitions on urbandictionary.com. And it goes on to say, there is no cure. Though the symptoms do seem to fade when the victim is introduced to something time-consuming or slightly entertaining, such as television or counting nails in a wall. Though it is a very severe and widespread epidemic, it is not fatal, though attempts to get rid of the disease have known to be fatal. Very serious, isn't it? And so now that we know the seriousness and what boredom really means, we can get on to talking about it. Guys, being bored is the worst thing ever. Like, on a serious level now, it really is. You know, when you're bored, you have nothing to do. And the weird thing is you have nothing to do, but you don't want to do anything. And that's why being bored is so hard and complicated. You know, being bored can make you do some really, really stupid things or really unproductive in mentally stimulating your mind. Look at how smart I sound. Hello. But no, seriously though, being bored makes you do really stupid things or really unnecessary things. One of the things I've done when I was bored was attempt to do my homework. Yeah, I was really bored that day. And to tell you how intense that was, it was on a Friday night. At 10 o'clock, I'm trying to be doing some math homework. How bored can you be to do that? And you know, when you're bored, you're gonna want to do things that you probably wouldn't do if you're not bored or wouldn't want to do in any case. Like, I don't know, do the dishes. You have to be bored to actually want to do that. What else? Calling up an old friend you've never spoken to since you last saw them, which could be years specifically. You would be on that tip where you're trying to rekindle burnt flames, you know. That's bad, that's really bad. There's a reason why they were burnt. Don't try to bring it back. You'll be on your phone on Facebook and you're scrolling through your news feed or through your friend list and you find someone you haven't spoken to since primary school, and you be like, oh, hey, wanna chill or let's hang out. Like, on a serious note though, I do not want to hang out with that person. I do not want to talk to that person, but because I'm bored, I'm probably gonna initiate the conversation that will lead us to hanging out. Hello? Hello? Oh, is this Jeff? Hey, Jeff! Long time no see or hear from you, buddy. How are you doing, man? It's been, what, 15 years? Jeff, don't hang up on me. You know who this is. Come on, Jeff. We went to kindergarten together. Are you telling me you don't remember me? Jeff? Hello? Jeff? Okay, I guess he doesn't want to hang out. You see why being bored is so bad? You're gonna call up people you haven't seen in 15 years, and they're probably not gonna remember you, and you're gonna feel bad for calling them. Like, where have you been all this time and only now you call me? Heck, you might even end up calling, like, your first grade teacher just to see what they're doing. Being bored is so unhealthy for the soul, man. Have you ever found yourself so bored? You go looking for people on Facebook whom you've never met, or you look at your friends' Facebooks and look through their friends' feed to see if you know anybody there. Like, come on, man. You become a cyber stalker, I guess. It's not fun. At the time, you wouldn't say that, but when you look back on it, it's like, why was I doing that? I just wasted my life looking for someone I don't know. Another thing I end up doing when I'm bored is taking random quizzes that like lead to nothing, you know. My favorite type of quizzes to take are BuzzFeed quizzes, you know. They're really fun. Even when I'm not bored, I'll still take that quiz, okay? I want to know, you know, what is my soul animal? Or what food am I going to eat today? See? You end up taking pointless quizzes like that. Like, you could be more productive with your time instead of wasting it taking quizzes. Another thing that being bored causes you to do is pick a usually odd or random, I don't know, but it's not a good type of thing. It's like a negative interest in other people's lives. You'd be like, you know, hit up someone that you haven't spoke to for years and be like, hey, how's life? How you doing? Oh, how's school? I don't care how's school. I don't want to know how you're doing at school. There's a reason we're not talking, okay? If we're on talking terms, I would legit ask, you know, how's everything going? But I haven't spoken to you in like 10 years, mate. I don't care how you're doing at school, okay? You do you and I do me, you know? As long as we're both winning or one of us is winning, it shouldn't matter. Instagram, you're gonna end up stalking people you don't know and looking through their pictures, like playing that hardcore risky game where you're like 45 weeks into it and you can't double tap anything, but you're really tempted to do it though. So that's why bored is fatal to the soul, man. If you're on Snapchat, you're gonna watch everybody's story and get bored, even those like top stories over there that are always there, like, is it Explore or Discover? I don't know what it's really called, but you know, those BuzzFeed, MTV, you're gonna start looking at all of those stories too, just because you're bored and you've ran out of stories from your actual friends. And some of you who like to be active on Snapchat, I guess, you're gonna start posting things that are really relevant. You're gonna take a picture of your shoe and caption it shoe. You're gonna post a picture with the time and there's nothing in the background or a caption to it. So it's like, well, what does the time have to do with anything, you know, whatever. You're gonna end up replaying other people's stories when they don't upload new stories because you're just so bored. When you're bored, it's possible that you wind up in somebody's DMs, and that's not what you want to do, you know. It's just because you're bored, you know. Some people blame it on the alcohol, but no, you will be blaming it on the boredom. And that's why boredom is such a really bad thing, man. It changes who you are. You end up seeing things you don't want to see, being people you don't want to be. When you're bored, you're gonna eat, not because you're hungry, but because you're bored. You want to fill up that void. And that's a really bad thing too, because all you're just filling up is your body, and you're gonna gain weight in places you don't want any weight, you know. So it messes up your daily diet, I guess, or your daily eating habits. And so yeah, being bored can lead to being fat, and we don't want fat. We don't want to be fat. We want to see ourselves in the best light possible, and fat might not be the light that we want to see ourselves in. When you're bored, you're gonna end up watching reality TV shows, even though you know that shit's not real. You're gonna watch it anyways because you're bored. There's nothing you can do about it. You're gonna end up watching like whole 9, 7, 8 seasons of the Kardashians consecutively without no breaks just because you're bored. You just want something to not feel bored, like your life has meaning to it, even when you're bored. When you're bored, you're gonna end up doing some online shopping, knowing very good and well that you broke AF. But you're gonna do it anyways, and then just like put everything in the cart, but then not buy any of that stuff just because you're bored, you know? Sometimes when I find myself bored, I'm just gonna go and sleep. I'm not sleepy, I'm not tired, nothing like that. But I'm gonna go sleep because my dreams are more fun, you know? I'm having more fun there, so I'm just gonna force sleep just so I don't have to be awake and actually feel my boredness, you know? I don't want to be conscious of that, so I'll just take a nap and then wake up 10 years later, and then I'm bored again because I overslept in this a whole decade that's gone by. For those of you who have siblings, when you're bored, you're gonna end up picking up an odd interest in their lives. Like, hey, bro, what are you doing? What's the name of that game you're playing? Is it fun? Like, come on, man. No, just no. When you're bored and you're on Facebook, you're gonna end up playing those stupid Facebook games that people keep inviting you to play. And that's not what you want to do. Why do you think you keep ignoring the invites or rejecting the invite every time they send it to you? Sometimes being bored is the result of procrastination, you know? You really should be doing something else, but you don't want to do it. You don't feel like it. You don't have the energy. You're not motivated enough to do it, and so you decide to procrastinate. And once that funness of procrastinating is gone, you become bored because you still don't want to go back to doing that work, even after, 5 years of procrastinating. Now that we've covered the bad things about being bored, let's talk about the good things. Being bored forces you to go out there and do something so that you're not bored, you know, something that'll stimulate the mind or something that's really fun. It doesn't feel like work. Some people like to read when they're bored. They like to work out. Some like to be all artsy and stuff. And so that's a good thing because you're evolving your mind and as a person. Who knows? The thing about boredom, it forces you to really go out there and try some stuff. That's a positive thing because who knows what talents you have if you don't go out there and look for them. See? Some people, when they're bored, they end up making YouTube videos like this one. Yeah. But either way, you're still doing something productive. It might not be productive to someone else, but you feel like you've accomplished something at the end of the day when you defeated boredom and made a pretty sculpture or a nice painting, or you finished the whole book. You feel accomplished. Or when you spend an hour working out and you can feel them biceps and that six-pack coming in, you feel accomplished. So when you're bored, you know, go out there, try some stuff. Don't try anything that will get you killed, get you addicted to something like drugs, get you in places you don't want to be and shouldn't be in. Try positive things, you know, such as the ones I mentioned before. If that doesn't work for you, keep looking. One day, you will find it. So if you guys want to keep seeing more, share this. Like, comment, you know. If you want something specific, you know, want me to talk about something specific, comment. Let me know what you want to hear. Because I want to entertain you. Let me know what you want. People all over the world, which is the why topic. I think it's best we define the term bored. Just give me a second. Gotta look the part if I'm gonna be, you know, acting smart. That was horrible. And so, to understand the seriousness, do something positive. Positives. Is that even a plural? Can positive be a plural? Damn it, man.